Hey guys, what's going up? This is Background Noise episode 419. We're one away from a funny number, hee hee. And we're joined by Steve, who's here. And
I'm
so
drinking.
ready to
I
talk
was
to
drinking.
us. You can ask Marlon about this. I'm really bad at talking to people when they have stuff in their mouth. Like,
oh yeah,
phrasing might not have been the best with that sentence, but like, you know what I mean.
No, I know what you meant.
Yeah, because he'll be mid-bite of eating, and I'll just be like, hey, Marlon, can you tell me about your life? And he'll be like, dude, I mid-bite. Like, what? Pie said phrasing, lol. Funny.
Marlon's eating the hot dogs. I got it.
Sausages, but,
Yeah.
yeah, we have Marlon on the show.
Yeah.
hi.
Hi. How are you, Marlon?
I'm good.
Glad
How are you,
to
Ben?
hear. Oh, you just gambled all of your points and doubled them. I'm doing...
Yeah.
That's a pog chip coming for my face. Okay. We have Nathan.
Howdy.
Howdy. So, anytime, like, I see Toy Story on, like, TV or something, I do just wait for that scene, by the way. The, howdy, howdy, howdy. It's like, oh, how far in are we? No, I missed it, or, alright, I can wait the half hour. And we have Sugar.
Hi.
Hello. How is everyone collectively tonight?
I'm doing well.
Nice. Those are good answers. So far.
Dramatic. You better not gamble all your points again. I just gave you more.
I literally just said in chat I don't want points, so I'm gambling all. Ah, gosh dang it! Why does it keep giving me more?
So,
'Cause
everyone, welcome
I gave
to
you lucky points.
Gamblers Anonymous, where none of you are anonymous, but you are gamblers. So,
You have to be more.
No. No pie.
you're going on one of these streaks. You gotta be careful.
What?
Think about where you can stop.
Uh huh.
Marlon is gambling all of his points in chat right now.
Oh, yeah. All of them all the
Think
time.
about it.
There we go. That's
And you
better.
lost them all. He won like
That's
4 in
better.
a row at least.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
God damn it. Did I at least earn a point after just... Wait.
Let's switch points. You
Damn
have
it,
no
I didn't
points.
earn 1 point yet. Once I earn 1 point, I'm sending it to you, Chromatic. I don't care.
Marlon also has 0
Right.
points.
I'm going to get first from now on, by the way.
Oh?
Okay.
Oh. Interesting.
Is this a challenge?
No, it's a promise.
Oh.
I don't even have to be awake to get first.
Oh no, what did he do?
Oh no.
I'm actually
I have
afraid.
bots.
Oh no. Steve's gonna bot.
That's cheating. Ain't no way.
But then
gonna
you're
put
not
a-
the one who's first. Your bot is.
Correct.
Then we're gonna have to have like a second first for humans. It's just like if I notice that Steve gets it, he never replies to me in chat. Zell! Hi Zell. Zell, how are you this evening?
Maybe I could get in a little competition with Zell here, see if we can make some bots.
Zell, I love the Zell love emote.
Zell's emotes are always Zell loves coming from my head.
I know, right? So nice.
Zale.
Zell. Oh, sorry, Marlon. Go ahead.
Oh, I
Oh,
just
no.
realized I had
I
you
was
guys on 50, which is really high for my volume. I
I
gotta
was gonna
drink.
say I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some dinner, but in the meantime, why don't you tell us, Tony, what movie would you live in?
I will definitely get to that in just a moment. I wanted to talk to Zell just for a second. Zell, I have made a few changes to the V2 model. I don't know if you noticed. I made it less shiny. And I changed the hoodie color. And if some of the writing. I want to make you proud.
Is that a leaf on your... Wait, turn to the... Is there a design on the side?
No,
It's
a
OH
minus.
minus.
Oh, I thought it was like a leaf
For
to like
hydroxide.
No, no, no. I thought it was like the leaf to like the little, what's it called? Wait. Maybe I'm just not thinking today.
It's the Hidden Leaf Village. I've been
No,
a
I thought it was
ninja
like the
this
leaf and
entire
the hydro
time.
plant.
Oh, it's a hydroxide plant.
That's what I thought. It was the leaf to one.
That's not a
But
bad
then
idea.
the OH minus makes more sense.
But Zell, I hope you you heard me. So I want to make you proud, Zell. So tell me if it looks better at all, and if it looks worse, then unlucky, I guess.
It looks nice.
No, the white shiny is a little less white shiny. So
Yeah.
that's But
PlayStation stream keeps buffer for me, so I'll be back later if I can. Wi-Fi still down. Oh, sorry, Pop. It's looking awesome. It's fun to keep working with. I can see how so many people do updates and re-debuts. Yeah. I'm glad you say it's looking awesome. That means a lot from you. Because Zell is really great at what they do. Boo-da-boo-doo. I loved like the little slapping, the bongos and the patting the table ones. Those are great. Zell, since you are in chat and Pi, I think you just left, unfortunately. Zell, if you had to live in the world of a movie, what movie would it be? And I posed that question to everyone else on the show as well. To Stev, to Marlon, who is grabbing dinner, to Nathan and Sugar. And yeah, fixing up those initial like glow stuffs makes it look cleaner. Yeah, as soon as I like got rid of some of that glow stuff, I think I really liked the way the model looked better. So that's a very good shout. So if people need time to think, for me, it took a while, but like eventually I came up with, I would decide to live in like Pokemon, the first movie, so I could live in the world of Pokemon. I will figure out how to live in the world of Pokemon for almost all of these. I would like to live in Pokemon. To live in a world where the whole economy and everything else is based around Pokemon battles.
Harry Potter, 100%.
Is there a certain Harry Potter you'd like to start in? Would you want to be there, like, right from the beginning
really
when
want to
Harry's
visit
a
like
little
an actual
baby?
Diagon Alley. Like I know there's one at Universal Studios, but it's not really the same because there's like not real magic at Universal Studios. Well, I've yet to be. You have to
I was
go
gonna say,
to
do you know that
Universal
for a fact?
No, I've never been to Universal. I've never been to it, but I would like to go see an actual Diagon Alley to get like my wand and everything. So I think that'd be really cool, and I get magic powers. So
That is true. But which movie would you want to start in? Like,
out of the series,
yeah.
I would want it before the Death Eaters try to take over the world. So either Deathly Hollow Part 2, where everything dies down, kind of it, or the Goblet of Fire, I'd say.
Oh.
Both are two worthy contenders, in my opinion.
Actually, I kind of want to look up Pokemon movies, because I'm like, can I pick a Pokemon movie that, like, it came out recently, and I could have Mimikyu?
You could, though, I think.
My first fan art had a blonde streak because I didn't realize the intense shiny wasn't intended. I'd probably go for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or Fight Club right after the end. Oh, nice. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is a great answer, by the way. Like, I want to live there while the food is falling, though. And that is very funny, though, that, like, it's there was like, it's like, oh, there's a blonde streak in this because it's like, oh wait, that's not on purpose. Well, here's the thing. But yeah, see, Zell understands. Yeah.
I
no
like
worries.
Claudia the Chance of Meatballs.
It's a great
It was
time.
a fun movie.
And like, just imagine like food falling from the sky, and you don't have to do like go out and buy food. You can just step outside.
My gosh, imagine catching ice cream from the sky in your mouth. I would do that.
Would that hurt? It probably would, right? Because it's gotta fall
No.
pretty fast,
Well,
right?
depending if
Well, I guess you live in the world of
gravity.
a movie, so if they were able to do, I guess you would be able to.
It'd be a little bit harder than anticipated, I think. But it's soft ice cream. It's not like you're getting Rita ice or something.
I
That's
like
like
it. I like Italian ice.
Italian ice is nice.
And that also rhymed.
Soft serve probably.
Has some wind resistance. Oh, fair. Very
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yogurt. Frozen yogurt is where it hits.
Oh my god, that yogurt's frozen!
Yeah, I love frozen yogurt. It tastes just like ice cream, but it's
Did you
frozen
mean
yogurt.
frozen soup?
No,
Well, I guess
definitely not frozen
everything
soup.
is...
Everything is soup.
Yeah, but
No.
when you do say frozen soup, I do picture like a block of chicken noodle soup that's just been
That-
frozen over. I don't think I call that
That's-
ice cream or frozen yogurt.
It's just dairy soup.
Oh, please.
You have, that is true. You have chocolate soup. You have vanilla soup.
See?
you have
See?
That's when
mixed
ice cream.
soup.
That's like when ice
You have
cream
cookie
melts,
dough
though.
soup. Like, yes, it technically could be called a soup.
There we go. I rest my
But-
case.
But you're a sociopath. Why would you call it that?
All right, that's fair. Soup, you say. People leave. Yeah, Zell's not a big. You're scaring Zell away with the soup talk.
I'm
No,
sorry, I'll stop,
sorry, Zell. No, we're not here to scare you. We're
What
just
is
trying
ice
to.
water but a soup?
Ah, yes. He gets it.
A lovely soup, though. I used to do that
Ice.
with my ice cream. I try to like stir my ice cream as much as possible to make it like soupy.
So you try to make a milkshake.
No, that wasn't the goal. It was to make it soup. Like
I mean,
Why does
So you Okay.
I do it on purpose.
but what is milkshake? A soup you drink through a straw.
But
I'm so glad
milkshakes
you
are much
understand.
thicker than soup. See, soup is supposed to
Not
be.
if you let the milkshake melt.
That's true.
A milkshake is just middle ground soup.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there can be thick soups as well. There is
It's
a
a-
point to that. Like
No, that ice cream is a stew, is it not? Because like cookie dough stew at that point, because you have little chunks in it, right? So
but it's still a drink. Or no, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Never mind.
Anything's
Yeah.
a drink.
Did you just say anything's a drink if you're brave enough? Because that I can get behind, actually. That one makes sense. Nathan, where do you stand on this whole soup dilemma?
I don't know what anything is anymore.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
everything
basically
is
where I am.
soup.
Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was soup.
Have you considered that we're in just one big soup right now?
Because
Because the atmosphere is soup.
That's so true, though.
We
My
live in the soup.
thing is, if ice cream is a soup, is soup an ice cream? Is it like
No,
It's
doesn't
only
work like
one
that.
way. It's only
Yeah.
it's just like how a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle cannot be a square.
Soup is the genus. Everything
Yeah.
else is a subspecies.
did that help anyone?
it
It didn't help me, but I appreciate
I got what
the
you're saying.
intellectual take on it.
you have a big brain, but we're still fucked. We're not too sure what's happening.
So, for example, humans and dogs are mammals, but we're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still mammals.
Hmm.
Soup is the mammal in that. And then there's different subcategories of the soup.
Gotcha.
See, we don't call it soup. We call it ice cream.
Right, but when it melts, it's soup.
But it's still soup.
Wait a second.
It's
But like, okay, time
still
out.
ice cream.
So like, the thing I'm mostly confused on here is that is there like an animal that's sometimes a mammal and then sometimes isn't?
No.
No.
Then How
It's
can
not
something?
like a mammal when it's like freezing cold and
Yeah.
then it gets a little bit warmer and
It's
it
a
turns
reptile.
into like a reptile.
It's just a classification hierarchy, right? Like,
Yeah, but see, the thing is, even if something is frozen, it's still soup.
yeah,
It's just
frozen
frozen
soup. Yeah.
If you freeze a human
So
being,
you're
they're
saying
just
that
a
ice
frozen
cream
mammal.
is frozen soup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
When is it not soup?
Now,
it's always soup.
now, hear me out, right?
Okay,
By that logic, what is a fruitcake but a frozen soup?
exactly.
Yeah.
I
like this line of thinking.
It's something you throw when you're angry.
Yeah.
because like I've never had fruitcake before, but fruitcake is always that thing in like movies and stuff that people always say is horrible and never eat it.
Yeah.
No,
So I
it's
always
not
rock hard.
horrible. Oh my gosh, I love fruitcake.
Movies have lied to me my entire life. Then
They're so, okay. It depends on how you make them. If you make them the movie way, they probably are disgusting. But if you make it with like actual fruit, into like an actual fruit cake, it's really good.
I've seen one that was made in movie way once, and I ran in the opposite direction as quickly as possible.
I see.
okay, interesting. Anyways, so for the movie talk, I went with a Pokemon movie, but I'm realizing I could go with like Pokemon and like in 2018, The Power of Us, and I could have a Mimikyu, so we're gonna do that. Sugar said Harry Potter. Zell
say
said Chance of Meat. Cloudy for Chance of Meatballs or Fight Club after the end. Haha. So Steve, Marlon, and Nathan, what movies would you live in?
To be honest-
movies suck.
I don't think, I've really watched enough, like, movies.
What movies have you watched? You're taking like a 50-50 if you've seen two.
Have you ever?
Oh, you got it.
Oh, have you ever seen the movie 2012?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty great. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'd probably go with that.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
the world just starts splitting across the yard. Oh god.
What about National Treasure? You got to see, like, Nick Cage just stealing shit constantly. It'd be a
Yeah,
terrible, terrible place.
You could live there if you want.
It'd be the worst place. Worst of places. Let's see. What type of token do I need here? This is going to be interesting.
Nathan, I know you don't like a lot of movies, but if you had to pick one.
What if it was like one of the early Marvel movies, but you just like don't live in like New York. So
Hey,
you
that's a
don't,
great shout. Yeah, you'd be fine.
you know,
What? It,
not New York or Sokovia.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of just chilling.
you just hear about superheroes every now and then, see like them on the news. That's pretty cool. We don't have them here, but like they're over in the major cities.
You do realize that living anywhere in the Marvel universe is a terrible idea because you're about to hit a 50-50.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlucky, but who cares?
Yeah, true.
Well,
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, and like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, pick a movie like The Notebook?
Yeah, no,
and
they're all
just
good.
like,
And just... yeah, no, I got you.
It's
a bad plan.
live
You
in
gotta
the
pick the
Notebook.
Marvel
Good
movies.
luck.
You gotta pick
Yeah.
Pokemon. I think Pokemon is the
World
correct go.
War Z.
That's a
You just
fun
want zombies,
That's-
don't you?
I just want suffering, Dad. What?
Well, that makes sense. That checks.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah.
But I think Pokemon,
Pokemon
is
is
a
a good
strong
shout.
answer because you
Yeah.
just live in the world of Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean Pokemon. Pokemon. can
Enjoy
be-
some nice milk tank steaks.
Yeah,
Oh no! Where's your rollout now, Whitney?
Slowpoke tail.
I would try the delicacies of the land.
No, no. Okay.
Yeah,
I would have
the
some.
tail.
That's the Slowpoke tail was counting in the delicacies of the land.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, gotta have it. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the rollout Whitney joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I ate the Whitney. I ate the Whitney. I ate the milk tank. I guess we're eating Whitney too. Unlucky.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. It's like, can we
Do you
borrow your
think-
milk tank for a second? It's all right. Here, we'll treat you to dinner. Here's a great steak.
Do you,
Oh no.
do you think Moltres tastes like fried chicken?
Hmm.
That's interesting. Cause like, you mean like, okay, this is gonna sound horrible, but you mean like Moltres while they're still alive?
I don't know.
No, it's
Cause
like
it's a
shooting
bird
with
on
a
fire?
with
Or
a
do you mean-
flamethrower in Minecraft. You know how it fries the chicken immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's still alive.
yeah. I think it probably
Okay,
tastes like gasoline.
let's tackle both sides of the spectrum. So let's say Moltres is still alive, and you just take a nibble out of a Moltres. Do you think it tastes like fried chicken?
No, I think it
No,
tastes like
no.
hot fire burn.
Okay, so now let's say the Moltres is no longer among the living, and is prepared and or is just put on a plate for you. Do you think then it tastes like fried chicken?
It tastes like sadness. Because Moltres is dead.
No, I think it probably does taste like chicken though. Just chicken in general.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That'd be
Right?
such
It's a
an
bird.
expensive piece of chicken, though.
It's a bird.
There's
They all
like
taste
one of
chicken.
those.
Yeah. And that just makes the chicken better.
Nah, there's more than just one Moltres.
That is also true. No, but like Dialga.
I guess
Right.
it also depends on like what perspective you're taking it from. If you're saying there's more than one,
Well, because okay, let's say like for example, like the Pokemon anime, they've ran into like Wild Darkrai. Darkrai is just some mythical legendary Pokemon, and then there's that one dude from the Sinnoh League who just had a Latios and a Darkrai, just vibing out in
you
Pokeballs.
caught the only once, yeah.
No,
Unlucky.
because other stuff came out afterwards.
Yeah, he released
That
them.
showed the Pokemon. Nope,
Yeah.
that's not true.
Dude, was
released them.
he in that episode?
You listen here, buddy.
I mean, that means no, he wasn't.
He was never seen again.
Yes, because he
Yeah.
couldn't wield the power of both Darkrai and
There's-
you know what I'm saying? He just like, I can't do this, man. This is
Uh-huh.
too much for me. I release you.
Uh-huh. So why didn't Darkrai and Latios recognize Ash then? Because he's
he's-
literally met everyone.
He's a twerp kid, dog. Come on. Do you want Latios and Darkrai to recognize every 10-year-old they meet? They're famous, dude. Like, that's like saying that, alright, you're 10 years old and you met insert famous actor here and they remembered you years later.
Giratina remembered Ash.
It's because Giratina lives on its own and is very sad.
Hey,
Doesn't
you
have
leave
many
Giratina alone.
I love Giratina, but it's very sad. It doesn't see people very often. It lives in the distortion world with no one else. So it saw a person. Oh my god, a person! I want to know everything about you. Oh my god, your name's Ash. Ash, you're my best friend. Where are you going, Ash? And then Ash leaves and then comes back again. Oh my god, Ash, you're my best friend. Yeah, see, that's how that. Yeah. But also, there are multiple Lugias.
100%. Yeah.
They've actually shown more than one on screen at the same time.
Yeah. And Muse, I think, right?
Well, like, so I don't know if there are currently multiple Mews. At one point in the Pokemon world, there were a lot of Mews.
Yeah.
But there might, because like in the games, there's one of everything, because you can't like find it again. But like in like the story of the Pokemon world, supposedly there were lots of Mews, but I don't know if there are more than one now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We need someone who has a big brain tell us.
I thought it was assumed that there was more than one now.
I didn't know.
Because, like...
Actually, this is something Google can answer. Okay, apparently there is only one Mew.
Okay.
Is it the same?
Mew.
So okay, people online are saying different things. Some people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's only one Mew," but
There's like several pages of Bulbapedia article here that I don't really feel like reading. That seem to explain it, but
could you link
this
it?
is some dense lore we've gotten into.
Why is it when I looked up, is there more than one Mew? People are talking about, is Mew 3 a thing? It's like, guys.
Guys, please.
Huh.
Speaking
Anyways.
of Pokemon, I meant to play some Pokemon.
Nice. But yeah, they're, you know, some things are also just theories.
Yeah.
Like, it depends if you subscribe to those theories or not, you know?
Yeah. I thought it was just assumed that, like, since there was one Mew, and for there to be one Mew, there had to be more than one Mew? Because, like, the Mew has to get... the Mews are not immortal?
Mew is like Poke-Jesus, though.
I mean, kind of, though, right? Like, I thought it was just, like, really unstable, like Eevee.
It's the basis of all Pokemon.
Yeah. But, like, genetically, it was just unstable. That's what I thought the whole thing with it was. It was like...
Well,
It's like...
No,
more like
it was that
missing
they were
link.
trying to clone Mew.
Yeah.
Then all the failed experiments because they couldn't make it become Dittos.
yeah, and Dittos are
Yeah.
the ones that are, like...
The unstable.
Unstable
Yeah.
ones.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe my lore's a little off.
Yeah. Mew is, like, for lack of better terms, like, the perfect Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, in that world. That's why they were trying to duplicate. But then they made Mewtwo, which Mewtwo is arguably better, but Mew is still really cool.
Yeah. Ooh.
I like Mew a lot. I like the noise it makes. Mew.
Mew.
Mew. Plays on Little Bubble. Pretty fucking great. You just see Mewtwo all, like, deep and brooding. And
Yeah.
Mew is just bouncing on a bubble, like, having a time of its life.
Oh my god. You've reminded me of a thing. Have you ever seen that video where the Magikarp is like... it's like stalking the Gen 5 trainer?
Yes, I love that video.
I love that.
And it plays, like, the dramatic music every time the Magikarp shows up.
Yeah.
Like the dun. And, like, the Gyarados part is pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Hold on. I'm going to find
I
it for
don't.
the rest
I
of
know
the
exactly
people
what
so
you're
they
talking
don't-
about, but
This
I
is
don't know
it,
if
this
everyone
is
else
it.
knows it.
Yeah, so they don't think we're going crazy here. This is a beautiful thing.
Please watch it. It's worth
yeah.
to watch.
It's absolutely
How
worth it.
long is it as well?
1 minute 47 seconds.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, somebody reminded me of this the other day, and I just I
It's a
haven't
great
forgotten
video.
about it because it's so good. All right, what the heck was this team comp? Oh God, I'm terrible. This is a bad team comp.
I love that magic art.
Yeah, he's good.
Sugar, do you have a favorite Pokemon?
It's gotta be Eevee.
Oh, Eevee is pretty great.
Hmm
Man.
I like because there's many versions of Eevee. Do I know all of them? No. But I think they're all pretty.
Yeah.
I like the fairy one. That's
Ooh,
probably my favorite.
Sylveon.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sylveon.
Sylveon's so cute. I like it.
The only thing that's ever made me like double think about whether Sylveon is cute or not is that when you think about what are Sylveon's ribbons made out of? Is it flesh?
No idea.
Those flesh ribbons.
They probably are. I mean, there are some other Pokemon that are questionable. It could be hair, which also is kind of weird, but...
Like, what is it?
You know?
But, I like Flareon a lot, because I would hug Flareon.
You mean the fluffy space heater?
The fluffy what?
Space heater.
Oh, yes.
Yes, fluffy
Yeah,
space heater.
You could save so much on
That's
heat by
why
owning a Flareon.
That's why you want the Arcanine. It's the
true.
fluffier space heater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though Flareon's just a compact size one.
Yeah. It's
Flareon, you can put in your carry-on and everything. Arcanine
Yeah.
didn't fit, yeah.
God, can you imagine flight regulations in Pokemon?
Pokemon would be horrifying. You just walk in the plane. People have their emotional support. Oh my god, this isn't what I was gonna say at first, but I want one. An emotional support Bidoof on their lap. That sounds amazing.
No, but
I'm not worried about the Bidoof. I'm worried about the emotional support Ekans.
Oh.
I was worried about the emotional support Onyx that somebody left out of the Pokeball in the middle of flight.
I do think about the ramifications of an Electrode getting very angry mid-flight.
Oh yeah, something like
not great.
Yeah. Or what was the there are so many Pokemon that could just
There's so many.
terribly.
There's too many goddamn Ekans on this goddamn plane. Nathan, is that what you were referring to before? Because that's pretty great.
That's not.
No,
but that's good.
I thought for some. I'm oh, was he making a snakes on the plane joke? Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't get it faster. What is that bird? Whoa! Hi, Bo. Bo, what bird is that? Who's screaming? That's a cute bird. Does anyone recognize that bird? It's a chocobo. Oh, that's adorable. Chocobo. Chocobos are one of my favorite Pokemons, XD.
Isn't there a chocobo in Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
That's where they originated from.
I was joking. There's not actually. Well,
Oh,
sometimes
okay,
people say
I didn't
that
know there was a
glaring
Pokemon.
Zapdos is just a chocobo because it kind of looks like a chocobo.
I see.
Uh,
But chocobos are cute, they're lovable, and they're being good friends. It's definitely a chocobo. See, Bo gets it. Galarian Zapdos, chocobo. 100% chocobo. 200% chocobo. Hey, Bo, since we were on the topic of it, what Pokemon would you think would be problematic on an airplane flight? Like if you just walked onto a plane and saw one of these on someone's lap. I guess anything big, like a Warlord. It's like you open a Warlord up and everyone dies immediately.
You can't open her.
Garbodor Trubbish. Ooh, I'm getting okay, because they just smell really bad. Yeah.
Oh God, wheezing.
Well, Muck or Grimer as well, because they're just raw sewage, right?
Well, no. Wheezing is just emit toxic gas into the ventilation system, though.
Any poison-type Pokemon is a problem.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff from the anime? Oh, no. It gets onto the intercom.
Yeah.
That flight isn't going to be there much longer.
Yeah, it's done. It's over.
Unlucky. I was saying that I really am looking forward to like someone with an emotional support Bidoof on their lap. Yeah. God, that sounds awesome. I want to sit next to them and then pet the Bidoof. Or get my hand gnawed off, one of the two.
You're not supposed to pet the support animals.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's a support Pokemon though, so I'm hoping there's different rules.
Damn it, Twitch thought of me botting like this. I need to find a new way to bot.
Shame.
This is going to take more time.
Shame.
Than I thought. And more effort than I want to put in.
And sometimes there is a difference between emotional support and like a
a service
animal too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emotional support isn't really like a trained animal.
Service explosion. Yes.
But I want Bidoof. I just, Bidoof is moving up and up my favorite Pokemon list. Just because, like, look at him. God, he's cute. His little buck teeth. He's doing his best. Oh, Rockruff or Growlithe. They'd be really cute, though.
Yeah.
Good little puppers.
I feel like they wouldn't let Growlithe on the plane. Just saying.
Why?
Like,
it's because he's too cute and everyone will get distracted.
Yeah.
Or is there some sort of heinous reason he can't come on the plane?
Well, I mean, he can light fire.
So no fire types on planes?
Well, I would think probably no fire types on planes, right? Because, like, you know how stupid terrorism regulations are and stuff, right? Like, you ever tried to get a water bottle on a plane? You know, like...
I've been on a plane one time in my entire life.
Okay.
Do you think someone would bring a Graveler and just have it use explosion?
Well, I mean, yeah, so we were talking about the Voltorb, right? Earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Hisuian Voltorb, though, because he's a best baby in the world. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching Bidoof's Big Stand. Marlon was actually the one that showed it to me, and it was fucking awesome. I loved it.
Great. Bidoof.
Every time someone says Bidoof, I want to go peanut butter.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is just my emotional support Gyarados. Do not mind him. He will be sitting in the aisle, surveying the surroundings.
I named him Tiny.
Yeah.
He doesn't hurt no one.
Yeah, of course.
Weren't there people on the right side of the plane before we started?
or like Metagross would be bad, right? Like,
it's just a supercomputer, right?
I mean, it's a very heavy supercomputer.
Yeah. Who would be like a joy on a plane?
That's why everybody uses fly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just,
Nobody's letting the Pokemon get on the plane. That's
yeah,
how
I was
this
just
works.
say, I think you're not allowed. I think you would just not be allowed to have Pokemon on planes, right?
Yeah,
I think
that's
Slugma
what-
would be banned. Yeah, because everything would just, like, canonically, doesn't Slugma just? It's so hot, wouldn't it just burn literally everything it
Like,
touches?
through the plane, through the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just lava. Yeah, it's just lava with a face.
It's just fire with a face.
It's like poor. I feel bad for Slugma because, like, you know, in the Pokemon games, when like you could pet Pokemon, your hand would burn when you tried petting Slugma.
Yeah.
So you couldn't pet him. I mean,
Oh.
makes sense, but it's very sad. Delibird would be a joy. It's just Santa and a bird just giving you presents. I think like a Comfey would be great on a plane.
Oh.
It's just like a little flower friend. It giving you presents and presents. Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh no.
I would want my Mimikyu on the plane. It worked so hard knitting its own costume. It deserves to come on the plane. Goes to our hard self view, but he worked so hard on his costume. He just wants to show it to people. But this is exactly though why people just use fly in the Pokemon universe, because like it's so much easier just to fly on the back of this
Then like
thing than worry about airline regulations.
yeah. Oh god, now that I'm thinking about it, what does the airspace look like in Pokemon? Because every 10-year-old has a flying dragon. Like that must be a freaking mess. Everybody must be crashing into each other all the time. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Did I tell you that a Nuzlocke completely changed my opinion on Rotom? A nightmare. That's what. Oh, what happened? But like, Bo was saying that Rotom is now a nightmare in his opinion from a Nuzlocke tale. Air traffic controllers get a giant pay upgrade. Yeah, because it would be very dangerous. Because
that's already like the hardest job in the world, though.
Yeah, it got harder
Like,
with the addition of Pokemon. Pokemon did not make it easier. Like, yeah, because the airspace would be kind of horrifying because you just there's just like little kids flying.
Like you think it's bad with like all the drones flying around now.
Just
Imagine
children.
children on things that can go the speed of sound, like Flygon can go the speed of sound, right? I think. No, Latios, right?
Probably, yeah. They're like jets.
Yeah, the freaking jets. So like children with jet aircraft.
Oh. Bo said, I didn't really care for him before a Nuzlocke that I did. He's now a favorite ghost. It was a good reason. Like, he was a final survivor of the league. Oh, so he was a clutch friend. Not a evil nightmare. I'll never look at Dedenne the same way again. The Dedenne hurt, like, wiped out, like, most of my team one playthrough.
Oh, jeez.
I just didn't have a fairy type answer, I think, at the time. Or was it electric type? What one of its types. Without him, would have lost to the champion. People sleep on Dedenne. It's a murder. It killed many of my close friends. I would say loving it for sure. Yeah, it's cute. Dedenne is a good Pokemon. The Dedenne is definitely a underrated Pika clone. Togedemaru is so good too. He's round. I like round. I think like it's hard to argue, but round might be the objectively best shape of Pokemon.
I mean,
when you have Spheal on your side, it's hard to beat.
Look at Mareep and look at Wooloo. Which one is better? Obviously
Wooloo.
Obviously Mareep.
Round.
No. Spiel's pretty good though. Spiel is like top tier.
Wooloo is so round, and you could bounce Wooloo
Yeah.
like a little
But
basketball.
Mareep.
Mareep is the best.
Yeah, Mareep's
Mareep
cool
is-
too. I like Ampharos a lot.
I agree.
Mareep is really cool. Don't get me wrong. I just like Wooloo.
Yeah.
I love Mega Ampharos, and it is the same. It just becomes Dragon type out of nowhere too. It's so great. You can't change my mind. I'm with it. I'm with that canon.
I had a friend who, when I had a Mega Ampharos, they called it David Bowie.
That's good. The hair, everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits. That tracks. I don't know. Round is just such a good shape of Pokemon. Like, I don't think there's a round Pokemon I dislike.
Round Pokemon.
I'm gonna Google round Pokemon.
You're gonna get some things probably.
So far, I've only gotten Pokemon.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so examples of round Pokemon. Oh, I love them all so far.
Oh, I don't like that.
We got Togedemaru, we have Meryl, Rowlet, Togepi. What's the baby form? Is it Solosis?
I'm gonna send you this.
Coughing. I actually like Coughing. Coughing's cute. Jigglypuff, Poliwag. Opinion on Magnezone. I actually like Magnezone. I don't know if I like the way Magnezone looks, but I like it competitively.
Whelmer.
Whalmer is pretty rad.
Rowlet. You got? Which was the best starter of that generation?
Why is Peachy's ears missing?
That's what you get when you search round Pokemon. Fun fact.
That's not what I got.
I got that. That came up for me.
Something's wrong with your your search
Yeah,
history, my man.
I don't know.
You just want for some reason your Google is just like, all right, we need the most cursed version of this for everything you look up.
Yeah.
What's everyone else's opinion on Magnezone?
Think he's neat.
Yeah, little UFO man. Marlon,
I'm sorry, what was the question?
what do you think of Magnezone?
Magnezone? I like him. A little derpy.
Okay. So, let me grab a picture of Magnezone, and I'm going to send this to Sugar. See if Sugar likes Magnezone.
Sure you heard of it. Up against them? Gosh, I won every award in town.
Do you like Magnezone, Sugar? It poked Magnezone to you. If you're here. I poked you a Pokemon. Do you like that Pokemon?
It is opening link right now because my internet's slow. Ooh. Magnets.
Yeah. It's
How do they
Magnezone.
work?
I don't know.
They pull you in and give you a hug. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
I like that.
don't you
That's a
guys
good
know
answer.
that little bits of gravity get trapped in the magnet, and so then the gravity pulls on the metal, and that's why the magnets attract each other. Yeah, that's how magnets work.
I don't think I believe you because no one knows.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if Jesse Pinkman and Walter White couldn't, decipher how magnets work, then I'm not convinced anybody
Yeah,
can
no,
truly
it's
ever know.
True.
true.
Tracks for me. Ooh, Bo likes Pichu the best out of the Pikachu evolutions outside of Low and Raichu. I like Raichu. See, I liked original Pikachu and Raichu the best, though. Like, they were just chubby little mouse. Chubby little mice, sorry. They were very cute. Modern day, not as much. Round Pikachu was best Pikachu. There's a theme here with me.
Okay, but round Pikachu, but Pikachu pre-weight loss program is best Pikachu.
That's around Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just sort of done a Pikachu. That's fair. Super fair. Pikachu's, like one of the most known mascots in the world, if not the most. It might be the most. Because I think Pokemon is like the single biggest digital like media company.
Pokemon is the
world.
single biggest franchise of all time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just in general?
Yeah, just like grossing most sales, anything. Yeah. Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise ever, Bo has confirmed. Yes, yes. We'd love to see it. God, and I love Pokemon. And yet they still can't release a decent graphic game. Well,
they still can't outdo Oblivion.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Just wanted a Monster Hunter style Pokemon game. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Isn't that what Legends was kind of supposed to be?
I thought it was supposed to be like Breath of the Wild.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I could be wrong, but I thought it was like their take on like a Breath of the Wild. You want to get chased by a Rampardos? Oh, that'd be good. Getting chased by a Donnie Shiny Sword would be great. Imagine getting chased by a Shiny. Oh, you're so perfect. I love you, but oh no! This might be a bold statement, but I think water objectively tastes better than any other drink.
I agree.
Have you tried coffee?
Yeah.
Fair point.
But like water just like hits different. Like I never feel bad after drinking water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Unless there was something else that made me feel bad, because unless I'm drowning, I guess either would be. It's kind of a. Bo said
I'm
water,
sure
coffee,
water tastes
tea.
different then.
Yeah.
It's because water is necessary for your survival. The hit's different, you know. Some people would say coffee is necessary for their survival as well.
Coffee is necessary for my continued existence. At this stage. Oh! I found it.
Your coffee?
No, I found Shellos.
Ah,
Been looking. I have pink
okay.
Shellos. I wanted blue Shellos. You know?
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nathan, do you drink coffee?
Sometimes. I don't. For my own sake, I try not to have coffee too much because I do this thing where I drink things purely for their taste, not because I'm thirsty. So I get a little carried away with coffee, and then the stomach hurts really bad.
But it tastes so good.
Who said like I remember reading when you're dehydrating, the headache you get is because your brain is shriveling up and pulling away from your skull case. That's horrifying. And Bill said I've had over 5 cups a day, and I do that as well, Nathan. Aw. Yeah. Sugar, do you drink coffee?
I think Sugar probably left.
Sugar, you ran away from us, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of, and Marlon and Steve, because I know you guys drink coffee. By the way, Marlon has multiple times been like, I'm gonna go get coffee.
I mean, you can also probably see if I ever sent you a Snapchat, you can almost definitely see the coffee
cup,
stains
coffee stains, maybe coffee in the background.
Yeah.
Bo is very adamant that pink Shellos is best Shellos, though.
No, blue Shellos is best Shellos.
Oh, this is a war.
I think the gray Shellos has something everyone's overlooking.
Fight.
Yay, I think Nathan gets it.
Blue Shellos.
Okay, but Tony, do you like Shellos with dreadlocks, or do you like Shellos with with wingtips.
I need to see them side by side. Oh,
Well,
that's
they're-
hard.
they're different colors from like different regions, right? Like one like they're like east and west or something like that.
God, they're both really cute though.
Yeah, it's the west side of the map and the east side of the map.
Right. Gotcha.
They're both so
You
cute.
need a drink for that big jello stamp.
Oh. Cellos and cellos are very cute. God, I love them.
I don't care for cellos very much, but I think Gastrodon's pretty cool.
I thought you were gonna say I don't care for cellos very much, but cellos, let me tell you.
That is such an Elijah joke. Oh, man.
Also, speaking of coffee, you guys made me go get another coffee. Thank you.
So I don't want credit nor blame for this.
Yeah.
Gastrodon is great though. I love Gastrodon.
But-
I'm disappointed they haven't given Giraffe an Evo yet. Yeah, Marlon, just a longer neck, right? Marlon doesn't like giraffes.
Giraffe Rig's a good boy.
He really doesn't like giraffes.
I really like giraffes. They're very good boys.
Oh no, see, this again is just another crossroads we're at.
But the necks are so long.
I think that's why he doesn't like them.
But they poke their head into your third or three-story building and say hello. What's this, a zebra though, isn't he?
I'm back.
What's
I was grabbing my Switch.
Oh no.
Oh.
You missed that then, huh?
What's up?
Bo would really like to
Re-enter the
see
nightmare.
Giraffe get an Evo.
Oh yeah, ghost type would be a pretty cool evolution.
I just said I think it should just get a longer neck. I think that'd be perfect.
No.
Also, Steve very much likes giraffes.
Giraffes are good boys.
I'm not gonna get into this.
What? You're willing to get into soup, but you're not willing to get into giraffes? Who are you?
What's wrong with the giraffes? Tell me what's wrong with them.
They're abominations.
But they have long necks and are good boys.
That's the problem. Their necks shouldn't be that long.
They are good boys.
They're not.
Yeah.
Ooh, some of the Giraffe Evos look really cool in fan arts.
Wait. I think my favorite fan Pokemon I've ever seen was like a Ghost Eevee.
Oh,
See if I
but
can-
that's
how
does
does
it
it
Whoa,
evolve
whoa, whoa,
with a
whoa.
brick?
Did you say
Yeah.
Ghost Eevee?
yeah.
Yeah.
You make it for brick.
Oh,
I
That's
have yet
true.
to see this.
I mean, it's not actually a real Eevee, right? It's a fan.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fan
It's a
made.
fan.
damn.
Correct.
Yeah, but
It's probably so cute.
it's actually like. I mean, actually, if you just go on Google and search it up, you get several hundred really cool fan arts. But like, I think this one.
Oh, I
pretty
see.
cool.
Bo is online playing Pokemon. Oh,
Yes, yes,
There you go.
I-
That one's pretty good, but
Dun, 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 dun.
I didn't. I mean, what? I didn't say anything.
It is
didn't
not.
see
It is the
anything.
wrong. You're. This is not the droid you're looking for.
This is not the bow we're bowing for.
oh no.
I'm still. My Flygon is level 90 out of 100. I'm almost there.
Are we all just playing Pokemon now?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Why?
not. Pokemon's a great time though.
I'm still like on the fourth gym in
Oh.
yeah, I play games slow.
Oh, Bo said he refuses to evolve his Turtwig, and that's adorable.
You know, that's valid.
I
yeah,
love
that's
that.
reasonable.
Turtwig's pretty good. Turtwig's pretty great. It's a little baby. He's perfect the way he is. He doesn't need to change. You know, I really didn't want to evolve my Bidoof. You do have your Crobat. Oh,
Hey,
Crobat's
let's
pretty
go.
great. I evolved my Bidoof and I regret it. He was perfect the way he was.
You monster.
I didn't make him peanut butter though.
You did. I still have like a million trap inches if anyone wants one.
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
As much as I would love to stay for more, I do have to go for now. Unfortunately. But I will lurk in stream.
Alright.
Good luck with
Thanks
the movie.
thanks for coming on.
Thank you. I will try to have fun and not die and move and die.
Please don't die.
Yep.
That kills you.
It'll be
Yep.
a long movement.
People
I'll
die
say
when they're
that.
killed.
I'll die trying to walk up the 3 flights of stairs that I gotta go to get to my room.
That's a lot of
no
stairs.
elevator?
There's no elevators.
Oof.
Great exercise for me.
Oh, that's many. That's many
It's
steps. That's more than 3 steps.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll be okay. But I'll talk to you all later. I'll still be in chat though.
Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, Sugar.
Bye bye.
Bye.
User disconnected from
Mansion life problems. You know, but like mansions probably have elevators,
They
right?
usually have elevators, yeah. That's like when for us that was like a intentional punishment they put in the freshman engineering dorms was they were 4 stories and had no elevators.
Oh, it's because they didn't like you?
Yeah. It's because they wanted us to suffer, you know? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're already an engineering student. Why do you have to suffer more?
Because you have to suffer. It's just how it works. Have you tried suffering?
Tried, it just kind of comes naturally sometimes.
Yeah, suffering, you know?
Derek does have a good point.
What?
Engineers don't need elevators.
Yeah, no, we can just walk up on our own. It's fine. Yeah.
No engineer would take an elevator when they're not the one who engineered it.
Yeah, fair. Elevator's pretty good. Elevator's pretty safe. Gotta say. Safer than stairs.
Are they?
Yeah, because there's so many regulations.
True.
Like, yeah.
That's a trait that all engineers share.
Yeah.
True.
You know? I'll keep quiet about that one.
A general distress of rooms that can be lifted. True.
That's a yeah. I like rooms that can be lifted, especially more than stairs. Stairs are terrifying as a concept, you know.
I'm just picturing a flight of stairs, like or like okay, say like a picture of like many horrors.
Yeah.
These do not scare Steve. But one look at this. It's a flight of stairs. This scares him.
Stairs are terrifying because they can be built by anyone, right? So that becomes a problem, right? When anyone can build something, because you get things like
Stairs.
well,
Airplanes? Bo said. Escalators are just stairs of attitude? Yeah. I'm
you
reminded
get
of
things like Kyle's Rust House, for instance, where like the stairs go up and down all the time. You know what I mean? Like, but in real life, like you get people trying to be artsy, and then like the stairs break because they're terrible. Stairs bad.
that doesn't sound great, yeah.
Yeah, stairs are bad. They're bad for you. Don't do stairs.
Stairs are just bad, okay.
Yeah, like that. Like people try to be, people trying to be artsy, that's always scary in home design, you know? Like, I don't know.
I mean, you're the engineer. I trust your word on that.
Much scarier. Stairs are much scarier than elevators, basically.
What about a set of stairs that lead to an elevator?
Oh no, that's okay. Because that's on the ground floor and usually made of concrete of some sort. But then again, it's stairs, so it could be made of anything, right?
Like the Temple of Ancients in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Marlon has. Look at it. I think you know the answer to that one. Do you want this thing that's...
Do you have a blue shellos with 5/5Vs, maybe?
No.
That's very sad. You make me very sad.
I could probably get one. Actually, I don't think I have an actual blue shellus regularly.
Really?
Yeah. I think I've seen one.
I have one. I can...
If you trade it to me, I'll breed one for you.
What, do you have like a fancy ditto?
Yeah.
I have a fancy ditto just in the previous generation, so... Yeah.
It's because pink is better.
Bo gets it.
Yeah. No, it's just not. It's just not good. The pink is not good, you know? You know?
Is Gastrodon a special attacker?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I
okay,
would
cool.
normally build a Gastrodon specially. Let me look up to see if it's... I don't actually know if it's base stats or better. That's just how I build them normally.
Yeah. HP, attack 83.
Its special attack
92.
is... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so give Bo the good shows.
Hoot Hoot is another round friend. Yes, and I love Hoot Hoot. I call them Boot Boot because I picture it wearing a boot.
Yeah, Hoot Hoot is pretty round. I do like him.
Mr. Callaway!
What ability does the Shellos have?
It has Storm Drain.
Oh, there you go.
It's actually not a bad Jellos.
Yeah.
Shiny Noctowl is gold.
Gold. It has IV in everything except for everything except for attack. Timid Nature Storm Drain. It's what the Shellos was the in between when I was breeding my Rodon.
Oh, okay.
My ghosty Pokemons.
Let me get to a Pokemon Center.
You don't need to be in one. I think it's just press X.
Yeah. If you, or it's Y.
It's Y.
Why? Yes.
Global Realm.
Because Y is 11, you ought to know better. Not
Wait a
very
minute.
far.
I need to see. Can you guys tell I grew up on Xbox?
Okay, let's run this down.
What? For me,
Well,
it's
I mean-
square.
I mean, like, right? Like, X and Y are flip-flopped from the Switch controller.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just like, I'm so used to it, you know what I mean? Also A and B, which is really inconvenient for emulation.
I always wondered why A wasn't the bottom button.
Yeah, it's because Xbox has a copyright.
Over the position of the buttons, really?
Yeah.
That's so silly.
Or trademark or something. They have something.
Let's run it again.
I think it's quite silly that they have that, you know?
Yeah. In fact, so does Sony, I think. And actually, Nintendo. They all have it. Also, I think Nintendo... actually, what's the NES or SNES controller look like?
Free ice cream for all goddesses.
No. That's right up Microsoft Alley, though? Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I think it was the... no, actually, okay, so Microsoft's wrong. Because the SNES controller was the original one. Microsoft is the cheap knockoff. That's very funny.
Wait, what's Microsoft the knockoff of?
What?
What's Microsoft the knockoff of?
SNES controller, right? Because
Okay.
they used ABXY, but then they just flipped the AB, X, and Y, and, you know. Interesting how things like that happen.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Very, very true.
yeah. Do you guys play any Smash? Like, still? Any?
I never played.
I do from time to time.
I saw some guy who was making, like, reproduction GameCube controllers that looked crazy. Like,
That sounds cool.
yeah. Like, just over the top.
Today, Full hates you. No, Coco, no. Foley hates you. Oh, well, that's not better.
I mean, I'll tell you, the technology hates me today. It's, I have...
Oh shit! Alex
Yeah.
said, my friend has a whole business modding GameCube controllers for Smash Bros. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's
Makes
a
a solid
big...
killing from it.
Yeah. It's big money. Like, people pay like $200-300 for a GameCube controller.
Oh, the oof meter's off the charts
Yeah.
today. I'm sorry, Coco.
Huge oof.
The oof meter's up to 100.
And the Bidoof meter?
Is up to adorable. I like Bidoof.
Wait, how am I this over? Oh, it's because they made the games easier. Because of the XP share. Like, I'm sitting here questioning how I'm this over leveled already, you know? Like, I'm on the 4th gym and I have, I think, level 32s or something. Well, no, they made the global XP share, right?
I mean, that's also fair. Ryan!
Hello. I'm
Like-
sad I missed Dave by like 15 minutes.
Wait, what?
Aw.
Where was Dave?
Dave and I were supposed to play Forza later,
Oh,
but I think he went to bed.
oh.
It's
Hello.
like 1:20 in the morning for him.
Yeah.
Well, take
Yeah.
this trap inch.
But,
I have so many.
Oh God.
But
Please take one.
I'll take a trap inch.
I'll gladly trade you trap inch.
Yeah, trade me a trap inch. Yeah, but
Did they just make the games easier, or are you just better? It's definitely a mixture of both.
yeah,
Because, like, yeah, like, for example, like, Steve, you know all the type matchups now. Like,
well,
when you were a kid,
yeah.
you might not have.
Yeah, that's
I know
true.
when I was a kid, I didn't.
I had the strategy guide, which told me all the type matchups.
Okay.
But
I did too. Did I read it? Fuck no.
I mean, I actually read it.
I remember, Alex said, I remember looking at the Pokédex on sitepokes.com before Diamond and Pearl came out, and I didn't know a new Pokemon game was coming out. My friend and I saw Bidoof and freaked because we
Yeah.
realized it's a new Pokemon. It's like, oh my god, look at him, he's new!
Look at Bidoof.
Do you have the bot that notifies the server when someone goes live? I have a bot that can do that, but you have to pay for that, so I don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well-
between Steve and I, we could do something for
I was
you.
gonna say that
Yeah.
stuff I was messing around with earlier today. I could definitely do that.
Yeah, and I was
One
gonna work
second.
on a Discord bot
My
just in
headset
my free
is-
time.
Remember I said I was having a bad technology day? Hold on.
Yeah, definitely would take that for sure. That is a fun little Bidoof.
I can't hear
enjoyed
anybody.
that.
I'm back now. Sorry about that.
Okey-dokey. There's a disgusting lack of stat line in these games. I agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
I now have 54 trap inches left to give to people.
Brought to you by the mass exodus of the Tripinches.
Yes. Thank you for Zero. I will take good care of her.
Ooh, what was zero?
Shinx.
Oh,
Mr. Chroma. I'm gonna steal a trap inch after I beat this gym. How about that?
Okay.
Then
And
you'll
I
have.
also have Jeff now. Thank you.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. I'm saying, don't feel like paying a bunch of money for notification. Yeah, because I see people who have the same bot as I do, and they you know, they have the live notification. So I'm like, all right, well that just means that they paid for the premium or whatever for it. But the bot I'm using currently is it's just like that one. Exactly that one.
Yeah, I mean, it
One
might
sec.
not be as simple as like just writing it out, but I feel like we could definitely get something open source running, or find something that's at least the starting point.
I was gonna
Steve
say
and I
we-
could work.
We could just use Heroku and run that.
Also, Marlon, Bo mentioned
Uh-huh.
if you have any spare
Yeah.
lavatars, sorry.
Tony, I still need to get that from you so I can breed them.
Do I have a lavatar?
They're in your game,
Yeah.
not
I
mine.
didn't know I had a
Concern,
lavatar.
it does concern me that you don't realize that you caught one of those. Is everything okay, Tony?
I just haven't opened Pokemon other than for a Nuzlocke in a different game file in a while.
Fair.
Alright, folks, tomorrow we have our
I was hoping there was a bot that could do it for free. There might be.
Yeah.
My dearest Marlon, the background is very loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. There is a bot that can do it for free.
Oh.
It can send Discord notifications. I sent it to the chat just there.
Yeah, I'm
All
looking
you-
at it right now.
All you gotta do is spool up a Heroku instance, and you're good to go.
We can teach you how to do that.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Just to say.
Or
what?
if you trust me with your Twitch API key, put it on my server. Don't trust me with your Twitch API.
Yeah, I was gonna
key.
say we love Steve, but don't trust Steve.
Now, you see, if I were to have said Twitch API key, there are several things I could do. You
Is
know.
this gonna stream Tetris? And like, I don't want that to happen.
No. It's more sinister than that, Tony. That's how I get the always first.
Oh.
You see, that's the problem I ran into. Was I needed a way to detect when you went live, and the only way I could get Twitch to tell me that was if I had the API key. So now I need another way to do it.
Tony's like thinking his whole life, shit.
It's like, I suppose that would be for you. I don't wanna. Because
I
I
have to
worry
go.
about that. Yeah, it's like I don't think I want to do that. Coco was interested in what bot does it for free.
It would be a server-side bot for the Discord, which is, can I send links? Is there a way I can send
You
links?
can't. You're not a mod.
Uh,
Tony
can-
would have to.
You can
Or
PM it to
Chroma.
Marlon.
Oh. Well, I actually have your PM up for some reason, so I'm going to send it right
Okay.
to you. Because that would be...
God, I love Henry.
yeah, I know.
User was moved to your channel.
I love this guy.
Works every time.
I like when Henry's around. My confidence goes up.
Oh my god. What you're telling us is that Henry needs to be our IGL whenever we play Valorant.
If he was just in the chat and occasionally would talk to me, I'd be so happy. Like if he was just in the VC, like, hey Tony, you look quite pretty today. I'd be like, oh shit, let's go.
Confidence coach min match.
Wait a minute. That brings up a point. What do you guys call this thing that we're doing right now? I gotta know.
Talking.
Yeah, but
I know what he's
we're
on
talking
about.
through what?
Yeah, I know what
TeamSpeak.
he's on about.
But what would you call that?
TeamSpeak? It's a VoIP.
Mmm.
Interesting.
Or like a voice
Interesting.
chat. I don't know.
Oof.
Interesting, right?
What was that? I'm sorry?
Roma, Nathan? I want to hear from everybody. I
I didn't know there was an objectively right or wrong answer to this.
There isn't. I'm just interested to hear because there's a term I haven't heard a lot that some people use and some people don't, and I'm trying to figure out like if the term has changed on me.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I kind of checked out here.
Yeah. What do you call this thing we're doing right now? like
virtually communicating.
So VC.
Oh.
I mean, I have my own definition, which is VoIP, but then, I think most people generalize it as Discord now.
So my original one was VoIP. That's what I learned it as because I grew up in a house with networking professionals. But so most people call it VC now, which is you said that, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Well, as in say, it's VoIP or VC. It depends on what you know, I guess.
Yeah. I just didn't know if people still I didn't know if VoIP was an antiquated term, basically.
I'm pretty sure it is at this point.
I think maybe I only know VoIP because of you guys. So
that's also possible. Yeah, that's why I was trying to hear from Marlon or Nathan.
We've infected you.
Yeah, we've infected you with the STEM people virus.
I think I may have only heard VoIP once before.
Really?
Yeah. And it was because one of my friends came over, a family friend, and so their parents came over as well. And the dad saw that I was playing League of Legends. He was like, "Oh, are you on VoIP with your friends?" And I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
I was gonna say, my dad, designed VoIP services or works a lot on VoIP services and QoS for VoIP. So
John VoIP invented VoIP.
Yes.
1975.
I like how he had you guys heard that voice glitch, right? When he was saying that?
No, I didn't hear that.
I did,
okay.
yeah.
It was very funny.
It was great because it sounded like he was a robot when he said it.
Yeah.
Johnny VoIP.
So, let me see. Coco, I'm gonna send this in I'll send this in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
But this was the link you sent before. I don't know how to use it.
So what? Well, so hold on. Nobody could actually really use that. The thing we have to do is we have to set it up on your end because it needs an API key. And what it will do is it will notify the Discord channel when you start streaming, right? So then if you have you can have it notify a Discord. Yeah. No, so then it could just turn on notifications for the Discord channel and just go straight there. Or we could do one through Twitter. I've seen people do Twitter too.
I my Stream Elements does it straight to Twitter, so I don't have to. Not Stream Elements, Streamlabs.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to do Discord though, that's probably where more people will turn on notifications. So.
No, definitely. And Derek said that they so use VoIP at work to refer to Cisco phones that they have that connect via internet.
It's
Cisco phones
versus the phones that connect the other way.
It's funny that you mentioned Cisco phones because that is literally what I was talking about with my dad. So, yeah, VoIP is still the way. IP phones are great.
I'll be honest, I'm so confused.
What?
An IP
Internet
phone?
protocol phone. It's a phone that goes over the internet.
An IPP?
Think iMessage works like that, Tony, except from a messaging perspective. So the way that iPhones work, they don't use SMS anymore.
Yeah.
They use it's not necessarily like a IP phone, but it's not SMS. It's over the internet.
Oh, and morning snuff. And Coco, no problem, friendo.
Yeah.
Also, it's exactly why whenever someone sends a video or a picture over an iPhone, it doesn't get heavily compressed like it would on Android.
Yeah.
Or depressed. I'm kind of both.
Well,
how you doing?
So that's why I also most people use Telegram or Discord or stuff than texting now because or even Facebook Messenger, even though Facebook Messenger compresses things way worse. But
Texting is old and antiquated.
Well, no, it's because you can get uncompressed images. That's
Yeah, no, of course.
yeah. I mean, texting is kind of an old protocol at this point. It needs to be updated. Fun fact.
I'll stick to my iPhone 3GS.
No,
Hey,
no,
Double
you
Tap. How's it going, Double Tap? Gotta head out and work on all the things, but thank you again. Have a good stream. Thank you, Coco. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Very much appreciate you.
Yeah.
And Snuff, how are you, friend? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Snoofles.
Support Twitch OAuth requirement via Twitch app access login token. Oh,
Doing
cool.
okay, feeling a bit weird. Oh no. Like, are you feeling sick, or you just feeling like weird today? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, I'm just gonna go scream into like the void later for some reason. Both valid, by the way. You don't know? Aw, that's okay. Hope you feel a little bit better after. Oh my god, I heard Nicole. Hold on, Nicole.
Oh, Tony says hello because he heard you.
Hello!
Oh yeah, Ryan, do you want Pokemon?
I'm yes, but I don't have my Switch with me right now. It's
Okay.
currently in the other room. I could go get it, but I am in the middle of playing RuneScape. So once I'm done,
Okay.
yes.
This man has so many full restores.
I thought you were going to say this meant so many trap inches, because
Yes, I
also
do.
true.
Yeah.
I feel like both might be accurate.
Yeah,
I
actually.
absolutely want a flag on for my team, so I will definitely take one of those trap inches off your hand because.
And it's an actual like competitively viable trap inch, right? Like
Yes.
you're breeding it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a baby. It just needs to be trained.
Oh,
Pat.
yeah. So I was going to tell you.
You'll
guys-
be a killer. Go get him, buddy.
Go get talking to Spinks. Be like.
So my headphones have been cutting out randomly. So if I stop talking like I did, or stop being able to hear you like I did before, that's what's happening. I have ordered a new
is it
pair.
getting worse?
Yeah, it's been getting
you
worse
got
and
the
worse.
Same pair?
No, different pair. I
What are you
got
getting?
I spent like 4 hours researching it today, and I do not know the name. It's Steel Series. I forget what it was.
Why didn't you
what-
go for the Audio Technicas?
Because I could get a higher what was it? Higher frequency band, and I like wireless, and I couldn't find any good audio.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Audio Technicas don't do
Yeah.
wireless,
I-
other than Bluetooth.
The frequency band on these Steel Series was ridiculous. It was like, yeah. I have that with coffee. By the way.
Congratulations, Bo, as well. Bo and Steve, then. Congrats on coughing
Yeah.
out. Proud of each of you. Each of you have done a service to yourselves today.
Yes, cool.
Bo, is that cup number 6? And should I be concerned? Because you might have mentioned having 5 earlier. I just wanted to double check.
I will tell you guys, I ordered, so this week is going to be a test week for me, which is really rough.
All the potions that I drink for fun.
So I have ordered a case of basically energy drinks to get through the next week.
Hell yeah.
So it's going to be rough.
Just drink more G Fuel, 5-head.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, G fuel it up.
No way, you got to go for the like real energy drinks, like G Fuel's, it's got some caffeine, but then like you can get some things with some caffeine, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute, Steve.
What?
Did you tell Henry what they added to Pavlov?
Oh, rush mode.
In Pavlov with 32 or 64 people.
Yeah.
Download the game, damn it.
Tolerance point is so high, I barely feel it. Aw, your pre-workout has so much caffeine in it? Oh, damn. That I
Yeah,
don't
most
really
pre-workouts
feel
do.
this at all. Fair. Very fair.
They have a shit ton of caffeine in them. It's
Oh.
why you
I,
get the
um,
workout shits.
I definitely still feel G Fuel when I have it, so.
Can you
But
believe I've gone cold turkey on coffee for the last month?
It's honestly, coffee's really not that addictive. It's super easy to go cold turkey on.
It is, yeah. But
Yeah.
like, I was living on like 6 to 7 cups a day.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yeah. I just straight stopped.
I've done that hard pull. Like,
I just don't drink coffee.
yeah.
Neither do I.
Why? You have your G Fuel. That's all you need.
And I'm
Yeah, I don't
tired
even drink
all
G
the
Fuel that
time.
often, honestly. That's away from the meme.
But what about
I
the
only drink it
Tony,
when I
no,
need it.
commit.
what about the G Fuel coffee?
Didn't like Sheldon or someone say that it was horrible? Never try it.
Oh God.
Maybe
What?
it might have even been Zell who said it was disgusting.
If it didn't
Like,
taste good to you,
I
it's probably
mean-
because you got to be a real gamer and everything.
I know Zell
Oh my God,
drinks
that's
them
fucked.
at all times. Like,
Well, also though, you got to keep in mind that G Fuel is sugar free, and that's a huge
Yeah.
reason why.
well, no, I mean G Fuel coffees. Like,
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Gotcha.
like Zell drinks lots of G Fuel coffees.
Okay, maybe it was Sheldon then that didn't like them.
Yeah, Sheldon probably doesn't like them. Like,
Well, okay. Question: is Chris throwing the G Fuel into his coffee, or vice versa?
No idea. I think there's like a separate, like I was talking about like a
The
flavor
coffee.
that
Yeah.
is
no.
coffee.
Well, oh no. There's so I think the coffee is made first, and then the G Fuel goes in the coffee.
Oh,
and
we're
it's
talking about
stirred
two
in.
separate things.
That's what I thought.
We're talking about
Yep.
different
Yeah.
things. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
never mind.
Knowing
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, my pre has so much caffeine in it that I can hear my blood rushing past my ears when I take it. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's some good shit right
For
there.
my coffee drinkers in here, if you like light roast, you should check out Flying Elk.
Actually, if you want caffeine, you should always do light roast because dark roast the caffeine count drops significantly.
Yes. I have learned that recently.
It's a never-ending loop of that cat screaming.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
That one hit. Okay. Fun. Nice. Cool.
You sank my battleship.
It's that kind of day, huh?
Yeah.
The longer you roast, the weaker it is. Oh.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
as someone who doesn't drink coffee, I would not know any of this. What's it like living with coffee? Because, like...
Not great.
Pretty good.
Expensive.
But, yeah, expensive, true. But I mean, like, having that energy that's not just base energy on a daily basis.
Based energy.
It's really
Well,
not because it's more
yeah.
consuming all of your daily energy into like a small burst,
Yeah.
and then you got to deal with those repercussions.
Yeah.
Sometimes or most times, ain't worth it.
Oh no. Somebody's
Never
launching.
enjoy folks that enjoy dark roast. You were lied to. Oh no, Marlon was lied to about something.
Well, okay, I'm Italian. I like dark roast just as a principle, and also the fact that it's all my family ever serves. Brought to you by the Espresso Gang.
Oh, Marlon said he always thought that dark was stronger.
No, it just tastes stronger.
So, all right. See, this it's going to show where I don't know anything. So it's like, is that like when people take their coffee like a black coffee, or is this completely different?
No,
No,
black
it's-
coffee is just plain coffee.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so
like-
it's different.
If I go to like Dunkin' Donuts, I'll ask for a medium black coffee with a hazelnut shot. So it's a shot of hazelnut espresso.
Yeah. No, black coffee is the way.
No, I mean it kind of depends. Like I actually just made some decaf right now because I like the flavor of coffee, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to have the level
Oh,
of caffeine.
yeah. Okay.
No.
I see what you're saying.
So I put it with cream and sugar
Yeah.
because I just wanted like a sort of an afternoon sweet drink.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, decaf doesn't have cereal, so you both said black coffee is for serial killers.
Yeah. No, that's what I was reacting to.
No.
Like, it's the way, not what you were saying, Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean like I like in the
Drink
morning
black
it's black
coffee.
coffee if I really need to do something.
No, you shotgun the black coffee. Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
do the work. Yeah.
That's
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You could take like a quadruple espresso shot or something.
Now, have you guys ever done canned coffee? Because that shit is great.
No. I still have to
love
try
canned
the
coffee.
Vietnamese coffee.
Oh yes, we have to go back to that place.
Yeah, we do have to go back to that
Do
place.
you remember how off the wall I was? Like,
Wait, Tony, this is gonna be a stupid question. Does rice have gluten in it?
Not normally.
Oh, you might be able to have this then.
Yeah, he can in theory have pho.
Oh, holy
Yeah,
shit.
in theory, depending on
How
how
the
the
broth
they
is
use in the
made.
noodle. Yeah.
I've had pho before.
After the fact? No,
What?
like it's a legitimate question. Like after the fact of you like finding out you celiacs and
Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't. I
okay.
just wasn't sure what you meant by after the fact.
Yeah,
And
sure,
I'm like
no, I meant
after the fact of eating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
'cause we
I've
found a really
had it.
good place up by us. It's delicious.
Yeah, one of the places did rice noodles.
Yeah, they all do rice noodles. That's
Okay.
what pho is.
Oh, well,
That's why I
because
was like,
the
oh,
place
shit,
I
you
went
can have
to offered non-rice noodles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there is fried noodles. You can get that. That's what Nick had when we went.
Maybe that's
Oh.
it. Yeah.
No, but like, no,
One second.
They sell those noodles also as regular noodles. So maybe some types of their like soup that they serve use that kind of noodle instead.
Hmm.
It's possible.
Bo loves Thai coffee and canned coffee. Some machines in Japan warm the coffee cans for you. That sounds cool.
Actually, I finally got one of those black coffee cans that they sell in Japan, like at a store. Or actually, no, I got it as a gift, but you can get them at like novelty stores. And I'm waiting for that one day. It's like, shit, I really need coffee to drink it.
Coffee. Suntory
addiction.
Boss. Boss?
No, maybe. I don't know.
That
hold
name
on,
of
let
a
me-
store? Or is that the type of coffee?
I think that's the coffee.
What?
Yeah, let me go check real quick. It's in my fridge.
He's going to look. We're
What's going
find
on?
out.
I won't
They're
wait for a
talking about a type of coffee. Suntory Boss, I think, is a coffee that Ryan was talking about, and Bo was. I'm gonna see if it's the same brand. I think.
I would love that.
I want coffee now. I'll be back. Come and get some.
Oh my goodness!
But wait, you got to drink the coffee cans cold. Hold on.
Why do you want a coffee can cold?
You put it in the
Isn't
fridge.
coffee warm?
Yeah. No, you can grab them from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can grab them from the fridge.
It is the Satori Boss,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh, look at
That is the yeah. So I look forward to trying
Yeah.
it then. I've heard it's good.
Bo is very excited.
Okay, I may have to try some of this if you guys are so crazy about it.
What the black Japanese coffee?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, but I hear
Oh,
it's
he's
really
trying
good.
it. It is his first one, though.
Yeah,
I
it is the
assume if he
first
hasn't
one that
it
I've
yet.
tried at Japanese.
Aw.
Huh. Cool. Oh god, those cans are expensive.
Yeah, they are a little expensive. That's why I've never really bought them. I've seen them a couple times at Mitsuwa.
That's a price, isn't it?
Well, like whenever you go to Mitsuwa, like they always have like this specific coffee. I'm like, do I really want to drop that right now? Like, it's not a lot of money, but like if I get obsessed, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Oh, that's what the noise is. Okay. No, that's fine.
By the way, Steve, the print for the gecko doesn't look too bad. It's just gonna take a little bit of time, but like from a parts perspective,
Oh, no, it's not too bad. No. Parts
Yeah.
wise, it's just like, remember, you have to do high infill on all those, so they take a couple hours each. And plus, you should run it at lower layer heights to get better dimensional accuracy.
well, in comparison to the SOCOM that I did, like the SOCOM
Yeah.
6, that was so many different pieces, and I'm
Well,
still working on that.
But remember, mechanical precision matters a lot here.
Absolutely, yeah, I'm not
Right?
disagreeing.
You get what I mean? Like, so print it slow and print it,
Print it slow and print it
Tony,
red.
did you just read that in your chat?
What?
I want to see a pic of that if that's real.
I have a special bracket on my exhaust manifold on my car that holds a single can, so it warms up as I drive. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, send us a picture. We need
Yeah,
to
I need that. And if there's any like specifics on how to do it.
And a step-by-step tutorial as well.
Yeah, do you got a PDF?
A PDF. Today we're gonna open a PDF.
Let me see if a pic real quick. Oh.
Oh my god, it's actually real.
Where's the pic?
And Bo is searching for it.
Oh. I think my chat might be way delayed.
Hit refresh.
Oh, yeah, that could work.
I was drinking sake with some buddies and working on my car. Ooh, let's go. And soju. Oh, sake, soju.
Oh,
Uh,
I love I love both of those actually.
I freaking love the Sinnoh music. It's so good.
Oh, so the bracket was for the sake. Yeah, soju is dangerous. I had a good friend in college who liked Midori a lot.
Oh,
That
no.
shit, yeah, very
no.
sweet, very dangerous.
Sweet alcohol is the most dangerous alcohol.
It is.
Soju's dangerous. Ooh.
Tony, have you ever heard of the knot?
The hut?
The knot?
What kind of knot we making?
You know what kind of knot we make.
We tying it? Next Steve? There's some nice mountain roads where I live, so normally I put a can in and then drive up to the Outlook, then drink a coffee. That sounds really cool. But what knot? I actually don't know what knot you're talking about.
It's 100 proof whiskey.
Is it gluten free?
I don't think whiskey is
wheat based.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say. I'm extremely jealous of the fact that you can drive up nice mountains and enjoy coffee in a relative short distance. For us, it's like a 45-minute drive to go to the nearest state park.
We have nice mountains here.
Yeah, but it's like a 45-minute drive to get up there.
No, it's not.
That's not like from where I am.
Oh yeah, no. It's
yeah,
like 5
fuck
minutes
you.
for me.
Yeah, everyone goes out to where you are to go ride, or up in the state up from us.
Yeah. Ryan, there is a place up by me that's
notorious for racing and mountain rides. I know.
Well, no, I mean it's there's just a place that's a little bit out of the way, but like you can see like all the way out to New York.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Sorry.
There's like
What I meant to say, right where you are is notorious for mountain racing and like just dragging.
No, I've been on 80. I know.
No, it's not 80.
Oh,
it's the actual local roads.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're very notorious for it.
Yeah, they are.
A coworker of mine who's lived in the area for a long time has told me, like, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they don't stop for cops, so
I know.
And it's not so fun.
I know Andrew's friends all race on 80.
So do I.
So,
hey, if you're not going 80 on 80, you're doing it wrong.
I mean, 80 is like a reasonable speed on 80. However,
yeah, that's basic levels.
Like,
I hit 104 on that the other day without even trying or realizing.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
My car is 2018 and still has all the regular suspension. Therefore, I don't feel it at that speed.
It was just smooth the entire way.
Plus, I already shifted into 6th gear around like 65 miles per hour, so I wasn't doing any shifting, so it's just me on the accelerator.
I mean, yeah. I'm also always on the accelerator because I drive an automatic.
You're much more aware of you changing speeds when you're shifting because you're either looking down at your speedometer or you're, like, oh shit, it's yelling at me, I better shift up.
Yeah, when scream, shift up.
Well, yeah, actually, Tony. So remember your favorite story, or the story that your dad tells with the race car mode?
Yeah,
race car.
R's for race car.
R's for race car. Well, I watched a fucking Snapchat the other day. When a supercar owner just driving, he's like, you know what? I've got enough money, and just shifts into reverse, and you just hear the fucking gearbox ripping itself apart in a fucking Ferrari 558 or 458. Oh my god!
He probably made enough to fix that from that video.
Yeah, he probably did. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like,
I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm like, it's funny when it happens to someone else and I don't watch it, but now I'm watching it in a Ferrari.
Oh, man.
So I just did walk with the Torterra.
Right? Hey, Keith, how's it going, friend?
I have achieved coffee.
Oh,
excellent.
Coffee has been achieved. Yeah, Torterra walking is so stupid in that game.
It's so funny. I love it.
It's great.
He's catching up.
How you doing, Keith? Hope you're doing well. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, same.
Like
what?
I love the Gen 4 music. It's so good. Best music in the series, honestly. Like, do you guys have a favorite town theme from Pokemon? Those of you who play Pokemon?
Oh, that's hard. Just a lot of good music.
Yeah.
Doing good. How you doing? I'm doing well enough, you know, hanging out. Having a nice time. Thank you for the salute, Marlon.
I think just because it was the first and just the most nostalgia-wise, Pallet Town.
Pallet Town's pretty good.
Thanks for the salute, Ryan. Everyone salute.
got you.
Keep.
I also learned how to play it on my French horn when I was in high school.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Lots of good memories.
I feel like Jubilife is my favorite.
I was going to say Jubilife, too, because, like...
Don't forget Driftvale City.
Driftvale City's pretty banging.
Yeah, that's cool looking.
Yeah. Also, Solcion in Diamond and Pearl is pretty...
Yeah,
pretty kick-ass. Yeah.
Wait, what was that one town in Ruby and Sapphire that was on, like, floaties in the middle of the ocean?
Was that Dewford? No, Dewford's pretty good.
That's
Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Also, the one that's inside the volcano.
Yeah.
In that
Death.
same gen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Well, not inaccurate.
Mount Cornet. I don't know.
Kelly Tony, that's Gen 4.
It is Gen 4, John.
No, I'm just naming things that sound like volcanoes.
Here.
Wait a minute. I'm almost ready to trade you, by the way.
Okay.
Trevor's like, please, I need to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Fall Arbor Town. Is the town you're thinking? No. The one that's at the top of the volcano?
Yeah, the one, you have to use dive to get to it.
Yeah.
Got the water in the center of it.
How do you want to trade? I'm good to go. Global room?
Yeah, Global Room.
Is it just that code you sent earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I can do that.
Yes, the link code.
What is the code if you have it on hand?
It's just gonna be down and up through the middle. So 258005 or 0852.
2580-0852.
Thanks for the raid, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm glad we could send friendos over to come hang out for a bit. Pete, yeah. I always want to help the friendos out.
Oh, I like the car.
Wait, what? Oh. Dang.
I like your emotes. They're very nice. Oh, they're so good. They're all so good.
All right, enjoy your time in the global room. It's letting me in now.
Oh, no problem. I actually need to start brainstorming on new emotes because I have emote slots available that I didn't realize I had until I checked. And I have like 4 tier 1 emote slots available.
I request quackers.
I had to figure out a way to do crackers.
You're doing this on purpose.
Yes, I am. 100%.
I hope
Did you name it a giraffe?
I hope as soon as I receive this, I'm gonna release it.
It's giraffe rig, isn't it? Yes, Steve, I love you.
He's a god.
I spent like 15 minutes catching a giraffe.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
He's so
Honestly,
good.
it was worth it for the meme.
Yeah. Nice, but that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That's toxic. that that you have open slots. I don't know how they get unlocked. Is it just like, is it like a follower account thing? I'm not sure.
What?
It might be
Emote
a combination
slots.
of like followers as well as maybe like age of the account.
Maybe because maybe it's followers. I don't know because I was looking at stuff for a friend Coco the other day, or yesterday I think, and I noticed that I had some slots open that I hadn't used, and I was like, what? It's a few things, I believe. It also includes a number of subs. Ooh, let's
Thanks
go.
for the help, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy your giraffe.
For like the next 5
He will
seconds,
not.
'cause I'm already in the middle of releasing it.
Yeah.
He's like,
a
I
very
already
good
know
boy.
that he
You
won't.
should keep him.
He's going to kill him. But I do need to come up with
It's already
emote
gone.
ideas. Quackers isn't a bad idea. I have a duck emote already.
That's true, you do.
Oh,
What's something that?
Now I have to catch myself a giraffe.
Oh, you could do like a built diff one.
Built diff would be fun. There's a duck. In achievements, you can see different things you have to achieve to unlock certain things. Oh, that would be
Oh
it.
shit!
Then.
Okay. I didn't even know they did that.
I also have follower emotes that I've never used that I need. And apparently I'm allowed to have animated emotes.
Oh.
Oh, there's the sunglasses duck going away. Oh, he flew away.
No, come back.
I don't know. The ducks. You put sunglasses on my baby.
we did.
Can I still add points to make Tony a VTuber?
No.
Can we make the VTuber a VTuber?
Yeah.
I'm trying to rationalize it.
So you make a second model and you put it in the other corner, and you feed the VTuber webcam into it.
Yeah.
My brain. I do really enjoy the sunglasses on that heart though. That's great. That's pretty great.
I looked over when you weren't saying anything, Tony, and you just blank faced the VTuber when you sold it for me.
It's just
oh.
Sometimes it really does pick up exactly how I'm feeling. Can't find one right now, so I'll have to take a pic tomorrow. Please do, Bo.
Yeah,
Please
absolutely.
share.
I want to see that.
We all do. We all must see.
Must be part of the greatness.
Okay, so because we have the that socks like the pickle weasel, the wickle peasel, the hydroxide plant, HydroxideAnt raid emote. So I can do 4 more tier 1s. Are the 5 animated ones different? I don't know. I also have bit badges I could. Why are there so many badges? Oh, my
nice.
So I'm gonna have to do some brainstorming. On,
Did you have a list when you
I
were getting?
did, and I don't remember where it went.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's
There
on
were some good ones in there.
It's on a sticky note somewhere. I just gotta find it.
Thank you for reminding me with the whole VTuber thing, Tony, because I had meant to buy a Kinect on eBay this weekend. And,
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I just want to connect to say I have a Kinect and maybe play the Star Wars game on it.
No, you don't want to Kinect to say you have a Kinect. You want to Kinect as a 3D scanner.
That's true. They are some of the best 3D scanners.
And I want to Kinect for other
For the
purposes.
price, that is. The purpose is VR
No.
or drone.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
VR drones. Well, I mean, we
Not
found
for
out that
this other
PUBG now has drones in it and
Yeah,
can pick up items.
The PUBG drones are great.
What?
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's wild.
PUBG's actually really fun now that there are players playing again and no hackers.
It's free to play and
Yeah.
the people are mediocre. I mean,
Yeah.
we got killed a bunch of times, but
Mediocre?
we held
Yeah.
our own.
Like people aren't terrible. People aren't good. You know.
There
Most
was
people
one or
are out
two
of
instances
practice.
where it's like, Jesus Christ, how did you
Yeah.
land that? But
Yeah. I mean, there could be some hacking still. Like
there might be.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a free-to-play game. It's more likely to happen in a free-to-play
Yeah.
game than anything. Oh, by the way, apparently Battlefield 2042 is considering to go free-to-play.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the only way to save it.
Wait, did you see the free-to-play 2042 I sent you guys?
Yeah,
Really?
I want to play that.
Yeah, it's actually fucking sick. 200 player matches. That's more than 2042.
Bet it's more stable too.
Yeah.
By the way, Tony, did you watch Eternals?
No.
No, you didn't. Did anyone watch Eternals here?
Nope.
We just watched it. I don't know if it's worth a watch.
Yeah, someone actually also told me it wasn't what they expected at all. So.
Like, it was good, but, like, nothing really happened, I guess. Like, everything that happened in it kind of felt meaningless. With the finale, I'm like, alright. The characters were cool. I liked them. Like, but it was very... Yeah, you could probably spend 2.5 hours doing something else.
Oof.
I saw,
Yikes.
I always forget the name of it. It's this Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
That was really good.
I love
really
that.
liked
I don't know why
that. I
people
really
are flaming
liked
that
that.
so hard.
I didn't know people were.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
good
It's,
things.
A lot of people are, like, do not like it.
I liked it.
I thought it was great.
Oh, I know some people were liking it or disliking it because, like, something about the rings or something. Like they.
Well, the rings. Colin doesn't like it because the rings aren't what the.
That's
the
I
comics are.
heard. Yep, that was it. I think I heard Colin's take on it, maybe.
And like, I agree. The rings aren't doing what the rings are supposed to do. Like, each ring is supposed to do something individually and for itself. One in was what?
There's.
Well, there's. I was also not going into that considering we're on
Yeah,
right now.
I sent the link. That's why. Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but I wanted to send essentially the thing for you guys. But that's one of the big things people are upset with. So. Wasn't gonna outright say it, but
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say it just because I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
a hot topic right now,
it is. It is absolutely.
and not exactly DMCA friendly.
Yeah, not exactly cash money friendly. But yeah, that's the thing. It happens, you know. But yeah, no, I think people didn't like a lot of the ways like shots were framed and stuff. From what I understand,
Well,
that was some of the stuff I heard.
there's a ton of stuff that's involved
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, it's a controversial movie in general, I think.
This is just my opinion, but from watching it, I enjoyed watching it. I don't know, like, if it's a critically acclaimed, like, really good movie or anything, but I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah,
I'll
I
say
do
that.
too. Yeah.
I haven't actually seen it. I
liked it.
I
Yeah, I do
kind of
recommend
want to
it.
see it because I've heard it can be pretty cool. So
I don't have to watch things anymore. I let Reddit form my opinions.
Oh, so, man of culture, I see.
just like Colin.
Aw, don't be mean to
I
Colin.
should watch them. I was catching up on the Marvel movies I haven't seen on Disney Plus.
I rewatched Captain America, the first one again. I love that movie. That's
That
my
movie's
favorite
great.
one out of all of them.
Captain America is the best movie in the whole
Winter
Marvel franchise.
Soldier, I think, is my favorite, then
Yeah.
Civil War, then the first one.
I mean, I would have to put like Captain America, Black Panther, Civil War. I like Avengers 1. I thought Avengers 1 was fun.
Civil War doesn't work without the other movies, though. On its own, the first.
It's
Captain
pretty weak,
America-
yeah.
Yeah, watching it in the vacuum, Captain America 1, hands
Yeah.
down. Like,
If we're talking about Marvel movies in general, Guardians of the Galaxy is still my favorite.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, that's pretty good. Too.
Okay,
That's-
I would say Guardians 1. I didn't really like
Yeah.
the second one that much.
I like the second one a lot still.
I felt like it lost some of its I don't know, some of its pizzazz. I hated what they did to Peter Quill in Avengers Endgame. Like, I hated that. They made him look like such a dick. And in reality, he is kind of a dick, but he was such a happy-go-lucky character, and then they just changed his personality around.
They made him look kind of like... Well, so, I guess, like, certain decisions he made were, like, very emotionally driven.
Yeah,
So, like,
absolutely.
So I think it stays decently true to the character, because it's not like, you know, I obviously, again, I don't know much about comics or anything, if that's, like, the take you have, but,
Oh, well, this version of Peter Quill is extremely different compared to what he was in the books. And that's fine. I'm okay with differences and whatnot. I think it's good. It's just, like, I liked the way that they did his character in the second one. And I understand what they had to do with the second movie, but I just... Not ingenuous. I don't know. I can't think of really the word for it right now.
this didn't make you feel the same way.
Yeah.
Didn't give you the same tinglies.
Yeah. Only you do that, Tony.
Oh.
It's because, you know, it's poor. The movie never had a shot, though.
Our love is absolute. I'm not flirting again, Nicole. I don't know what you're talking about.
Brian can't flirt if he's already in a relationship.
That's true.
No. What are you talking about?
I'm no.
Checkmate.
You think that's gonna stop him from flirting with Tony?
No. I didn't say
We have years of
with.
this backlogged.
He can flirt with Nicole, he can't flirt with Tony. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he can't flirt with Nicole.
You've already
I
seen
can't
relationships.
hear you.
Yeah. You can't be in a relationship with two people at the same time, and I'm just saying one of them's here, one of them's not. That's all I'm saying.
One of them is in Team Soup with you spending quality time, and then the other one is like about 2.5 feet to your left. So you make the decision.
It's obviously a good choice here. That could be me.
It's Nicole.
For now.
Nicole's. It's so much easier to travel with Nicole. Let's be honest. Like you could just buy one ticket to everything.
No.
Right?
Oh, snap.
She's gonna cut you.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
Well, I'm just saying you can't hide me in a backpack
Oh my god, she's watching Twitch right now, Tony.
or a suitcase. It's a suitcase that she was able to hide in.
Wow, this is
Oh,
accurate.
dude.
No, but we can't hide you in a car trunk.
I've hidden car trunks before.
Tony
I know.
likes going in the car trunk.
I know, we
Yeah.
hid you in a car trunk.
Yeah, I've done it a few too many times during long car rides.
I can think of 2 towns that you drove in
Yeah.
and through.
Yeah. I also fit in the mini fridge. Can you
my God.
actually? Oh. So I'm gonna assume with like the shelves and stuff out, right?
No, what shelves?
Just no, come on. Found that out freshman year of college. Oh, did you? Oh, please tell me you willingly went in.
You know,
I hope
Nicole,
it
if you
was
go
willing.
into the fridge, you know, there's candy in the fridge.
She's
go into the
laughing
fridge
so much
and close
she's
the door and you
struggling
find
to
the candy.
type.
I really hope it was a willing go in.
She's like laughing.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
I just like I wanted to know. Okay, you know, there was a headcanon where it's like, yeah, you know, it was about like a week into knowing Ryan, and Ryan was like, all right, that's enough. Slam shut the mini fridge.
Go in the fridge.
Get in there.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. And then we found out that Nicole
Can't
could
stop laughing.
But that's when we found out how crafty Nicole is, because she was actually able to escape being in the fridge on her own. So.
Oh my god, I was there for that. Holy shit, I forgot all about that.
Were you actually there for when she went to the
Yes!
mini
Oh my
fridge?
God. This was that anime club freshman year.
There's a
Holy
picture
shit.
somewhere. If you have it, I would love to see it. Just for science.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that. I agree for science purposes.
I would love to look at that. That would be great. It was Halloween. Oh, you should have dressed up as like something that goes in the fridge. That'd been great.
Something
Like-
that goes in the fridge.
I was really struggling to come up with any specific food.
Not one thing.
Now I could get one, man. I was the dormouse. What's it?
First thing to come to mind is
Yes.
Aww.
Yeah.
Dormouse. Dormouse is cute.
Ah.
yes.
Yes. Brooke was the Mad Hatter. Aww. There was a theme.
Oh, it was that year, yeah.
And Ryan was Alice, right?
Yes. Ryan was most certainly Alice. She's laughing right now. I don't know if you can hear it.
I think I heard it a little bit.
It is quite high pitched. I agree.
Nicole has a great laugh. Top tier. Love
It
to
is in
hear
fact top tier. It is. We do like to hear it. We do.
Quite. God, but Ryan, it'd be kind of funny though, Ryan, if you had been Alice though.
I think like Halloween freshman year, I just met them. So like Nicole, for context, Nicole and I didn't start dating until like January. Well, not like January. Yes, I know our anniversary.
Oh, he's gonna get beat. He's getting beat. Oh, he's dead. He's a dead man. Dead man walking.
Okay, what I meant to say is that we all got more closely acquainted the second half of freshman year.
Oh, okay. So like October would have been fairly early into the semester.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean, it's quite possible with certain things, but like, you know, I don't think I was comfortable enough at that point. Plus, I don't really dress up that often. Let's be honest.
You know, little bit of embarrassed Ryan time. I do remember when Ryan first was like, "Yeah, this girl thinks she's really cute." She's really cute, and like I can't remember the exact terminology, but were you guys like down the hall or something from each other?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like our hall split into T shape. She was the one closest to the elevator, and I was along the side that was against it.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh yeah, she's down the hall. I think she's really cute. Her name's Nicole." It's like, oh.
Oh my God, Brooke has the photo. Brooke has the photo.
Oh shit! I need to see this.
She's looking right now. Sorry.
Yes. But yeah.
Did we ever get the photo from before?
Bo will be taking
Mark
a
has
photo
that photo.
tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Which photo of?
So Mark, when I asked Nicole out on a date, it was after I found out that I got straight A's my first semester.
Oh.
So I was feeling confident, right?
Yeah, the confidence is
What's
flowing
that
through
like?
you.
Yeah, I was gonna say define confidence, of course, but I was talking to Mark at the time because I think we were just hanging out that one day, and after I sent the text message to Nicole, I literally just go whoop and put my arms in my shirt and I turtle myself up and I was like, oh God, take the phone.
Oh no!
I straight throw it at Mark. I'm like, just take it. I don't want to know.
That's adorable. Oh, it's so cute.
I forgot about this part. Nicole was about to go to bed. Like, she was getting ready for bed when I sent that text. So, like, it almost didn't happen where she, like, read it, and I would have been devastated.
You just would have been so sad the entire
No
night.
reply for a long
I just
period
got left
of time.
unread.
I mean, it does
Left
happen.
Unread for a long period of time.
Wow.
Gotta throw mud at the Quagsire.
It's true.
I don't know what that's a euphemism for, but
It's not. I'm trying to catch Quagsire, Henry. Gotta catch the Quagsire, you know?
speaking
Gotta
of
catch 'em all,
tongues
gotta
again,
catch 'em all.
Speaking
Gotta
of
catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
Yo, I caught the
Catch him
Quagsire.
all, catch him all. Bill.
Bill.
Bill, the Bill.
Bill.
For science, will Tony be allowed to see the picture of Nicole in a mini fridge?
Absolutely. I will put it on the Discord.
oh no.
It's okay if she does not want in the Discord, but
I was going to say, I don't think she realized what I said, but I'm not going to put it on
don't
the
doesn't say
Discord.
probably don't do that. Yeah, but I would like to see it.
Oh, she's
But I'd
going to
like to
send
see
it
it.
to you via Snap. Steve also wants to see it.
Yes.
You get it?
No, I'm waiting. She's looking for it.
Oh, she's looking. Okay.
Oh, she. But we know that.
We don't
Okay.
absolutely know, but we're really hoping.
Yeah. Oh, it's so great. I love this idea.
Oh.
If not,
Quality idea.
Nicole knows what has to happen, right?
We have to recreate it.
You have to recreate it, yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
We will get the mini fridge and put Nicole in the mini fridge.
Makes sense.
But like I was saying, like Nicole's got to be the perfect travel buddy for you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
That's not the mini fridge. That's a cabinet. And
One's
that's a
cold,
video.
one's not.
Was it on
Because-
Facebook?
because you can put Nicole in your carry-on, you can keep her
You
in
can
your
put Nicole
backpack.
on your carry-on.
Yeah, Wi-Fi tickets.
You'll
She said you said you can. I'd probably be comfortable.
Yeah, you just leave a few air holes in it, and you're good.
She says all I need is snacks and a couple of air holes.
Sir,
and we're
why
good.
is your bag
See-
ringing?
Sir, your bag is vibrating.
Your bag is vibrating.
Why is it
Are you
making
transporting a
noises?
live
Making noises like happy little odd noises.
Animal.
Oh
You know there are
no!
fees for that.
Yeah.
No,
A
no,
license for
no!
that.
Anything to declare?
Never take me alive.
Agricultural products, live animals. Customs officer just glaring at you.
It's really just like Nicole saw like a cute picture of like a red panda, and while she was in the bag, so she just like happily like screams.
She's
She's just
giggling.
giggling. No!
Bears into this country is not
Your
allowed.
bag's giggling.
Well, so it is. That doesn't pertain to you giggling. Whispers, oh no, I'm in trouble.
You have trouble now.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a chorus in your nose. Ooh,
Table is broken.
you broke this table.
Oh my.
It's broken. Shattered. Smithereens.
This is where I'd put my table. If I had one.
If I had one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So Marlon,
Yeah.
do I have more giraffe rigs? I have more.
You're about to get shot, just like the dropper rig.
Oh, fuck.
Is there?
Thanos snap you out of existence like that giraffe rig you sent.
Oh,
It's
no.
okay, I have more.
Go on.
Hey, you
reduce
want to
the
battle
ads.
so I can Thanos snap them?
No, I'll keep them. Don't worry.
I just like the idea
They're safe
though,
with me.
of like.
Someone needs to love them.
Yeah, that's true. It's not going to be Marlon.
No.
Yeah. No,
No,
I
you're saying
agree
I'm not.
Yeah.
with whatever
Same.
she just said.
The ring increasing.
Yeah. I agree.
Nicole's got competition.
That one.
Three.
So I don't want to tell you this, but that is actually his like 7-year-old sister in the back.
I know.
That's
So, yeah, okay. I just wanted to confirm that
Brooke,
for
is there a
Ryan's
picture?
sake. Oh my god. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. This is so great!
You hear him?
Oh no.
He's just dying.
Saving shit.
I want to see.
Grandma wants to see it too, but I don't think. Grandma, do you have a snap?
I do have snap.
Oh snap! I'll see myself out.
No, please say.
She does fit in there. Oh.
You just send it to me. I can get it to him.
That's so great. It's like, sir, why are you carrying that mini fridge? Oh, no reason.
Sir, is your guinea fridge?
Is your guinea fridge miggling? What?
The best part is she's also Italian.
Oh,
worst
so
part-
does a guinea fridge. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So,
I'm Italian too, so I'm allowed to say it.
I am as well.
Oh my god, what? Yeah, just send it to me over Messenger. I'll Discord message Chroma.
Ayo, I'm gonna send the goods. He's gonna send the adorable picture.
I got the goods.
goods.
Adorable
My
picture.
clamps.
My clamps.
Living like Larry.
Living like Larry.
Butt cramp.
I want waffle fries.
I do want waffle fries.
We're friends now. We're getting
Poutine.
soft tacos later. For the sake of sorry, but for the sake of the rendering time not taking 12 hours, I'm gonna wrap up the podcast portion of this evening.
Yeah.
So thank you guys all for being on the podcast. And as soon as I see Pickleweasel or Wicklepeasel, we can contractually end the podcast.
I gotta find the chat.
What if no one ever puts one in the chat?
I had longest
That's lies and
podcast
slander.
that ever lived. There's a chocobo in there. Oh,
Chocobo, get back here!
there you go. He's running
This is me
away.
to the Chocobo. Hold on. Come here, Chocobo.
Oh no! See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Next week is funny number. Haha.